we have to prove the third equation of motion. We have already seen two equations of motion, first and second, okay, in earlier video. Now here we have to see the third equation of motion. So what is third equation of motion? That is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So that graph we have drawn for the first two equation is same for the third equation also. So on x-axis we have taken time t, on y-axis we have taken velocity, here we have origin, okay. So object starts moving from A to B, okay. So here OA represents initial velocity and BC represents final velocity. So an horizontal line OCAD represents time because x-axis gives us time. So OA is initial velocity, BC is final velocity. Now again we have to take the area of the closed figure OABC. Here we have quadrilateral OABC, closed figure OABC. Now in second equation we have splitted that figure into two parts, triangle and rectangle. Okay, now here in this third equation we have to take this quadrilateral as a whole. So this quadrilateral is nothing but this is the trapezium. As here it is trapezium, we have to use the formula of area of trapezium. See this area of closed figure OABC again represented here OABC. Now this type of quadrilateral is trapezium. Why? Because two sides are parallel and two sides are not parallel. So such a type of quadrilateral is called as the trapezium. So these are the two parallel side and this perpendicular distance between parallel side is called as the height or the altitude. So S means displacement and or the distance. It is nothing but the area of closed figure OABC. ये यही वाला रेक्टेंगल है और क्वाड्रिलेटरल है, सॉरी, जो मैंने इधर अलग से ड्रॉ करके दिखाया है. So S is equal to area of trapezium OABC. Now we know the formula of area of trapezium. Half into sum of parallel side into height. So half into sum of parallel side into height. So we'll first write the name of the segments. Okay. S is equal to half. Now which are parallel sides here? OA and BC are parallel. So their sum. So half into in a bracket OA plus BC into height. Height means perpendicular distance between two parallel sides. So here we have two parallel side. This perpendicular distance is called as the height or the altitude. So OC. Now we will write what does these segments represent. So S is equal to half. Now see OA nothing but what? Initial velocity. So U is written. BC represents final velocity. So V is written. And OC, this OC on the x-axis. So it represents time. Okay. So S is equal to half into in a bracket U plus V multiplied by T. Now in next step we will put the formula of time. Now we have studied acceleration. So acceleration is change in velocity upon time. Rate of change of velocity is acceleration. So A is equal to V minus U upon T. V minus U upon T. Now if I rearrange, this T will come here and A will go here at the denominator. So what is the formula of T? T is nothing but V minus U upon A. So this formula of time V minus U upon A, I will substitute here instead of this T. So how does it change? See, S is equal to half. Now U plus V is written as V plus U. No change. No? 2 plus 3 means 3 plus 2. We can write it in any way. So U plus V is written as V plus U. And instead of T, here we have formula of T by the formula of acceleration. Acceleration की formula से हमें time का formula मिला है. T is equal to V minus U upon A. Now you have studied it in maths. A minus B, A plus B is equal to A square minus B square. Similarly, here we have V plus U, V minus U. So, V minus U, V plus U, two brackets multiplied gives us the V square minus U square. So, S is equal to half. V plus U, V minus U become V square minus U square, and at the denominator we have A. So 2 and A are at the denominator. It will go here as multiplied. So S multiplied by 2A, it become 2AS. And what does remain here? V square minus U square. So this minus u square become here plus u square. So 2as plus u square is equal to v square. Means if we write it properly, arrange it properly, we get the third equation of motion. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. Okay, so this is the third equation of motion. V square is equal to u square plus 2as. And graphically it is represented by taking these OABC as a trapezium. In second equation, this OABC is divided into two parts. Upper one is taken as the triangle and lower one is taken as the rectangle, and we have taken the areas of both and then we have added it. Then we got the second equation. In third equation, we have to take the area of the trapezium and we can prove the third equation of motion, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. इसमें v क्या है? फाइनल वेलोसिटी, u इनिशियल वेलोसिटी, a acceleration and s displacement, or we can say distance. Now see, here we have to study uniform circular motion. So in uniform circular motion, object is moving with constant speed. Uniform है ना, उसका speed constant है, speed नहीं change हो रहा है. But object is moving in a circular way with a constant speed, still its velocity is changing. How? Because here direction is changing. Velocity can be changed either by changing speed or either by changing velocity or by changing both. Now see, when object moves in a circular path with uniform speed, then its motion is called as the uniform motion. Now see, speed and velocity are different things. Speed is scalar quantity, velocity is vector quantity. So in speed we don't have to mention the direction, but in case of the velocity we have to mention the direction. So what is uniform circular motion? That when object is moving on a circular path, but with a constant speed, without changing the speed, but it is changing its direction, then it is called as the uniform circular motion. Okay, now see, suppose here we have object at the point A. This object is moving like this, A to B to C to D, and again coming at the point A. So how many times its velocity changes? Its velocity changes 4 times. Okay, now object starting from here point, here we have point A, object start to move from A, B, C, D, E and again to A. So how many times the velocity of an object changes? 5 times. Now here we have octagon with 8 sides. Okay, now as the object start to move from this point, its velocity will change 8 times. Okay, now see, for if we have hexagon, hexagon has 6 sides. So object is moving along the hexagon, then what happen? Its velocity changes 6 times. So as here we have rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, octagon. Object started from the point A and object at the end again comes to that similar point. Okay, so its velocity changes here 4 times, 5 times, 8 times. But if the object is moving on a circular way, now see, when object is moving on the circular path, its velocity changes at every point, because no 2 points on the circle are on the same straight line. Circle के कोई भी 2 point को जोड़ के हम straight line नहीं बना सकते. So we can say that 2 points on the circle have different direction. Okay, if the object is moving on the circular path, its direction changes continuously. Speed is constant, but its direction changes continuously. So as its direction changes continuously, we can say the velocity of an object changes at every point. So when object moves on a circular path, its direction changes continuously, means its velocity changes continuously. So this motion of an object which is moving on a circular path with constant speed, this motion is called as the uniform circular motion. Now this velocity is denoted by distance upon time. So velocity is equal to here distance. Now this distance is nothing but what? Circumference of the circle. So it is denoted by c and time t. And what is the formula of the circumference of circle? That is 2 pi r. So for the object which is moving on a circular path, how could we calculate the velocity of that object? Velocity is equal to 2 pi r upon t. These 2 pi are nothing but circumference of the circle, where r is the radius of circle and time required. So v is equal to 2 pi r upon t. This is called as the uniform circular motion. Now see, when object is moving in a circular way, object will not automatically move on the circular way. there must be some force acting on the object, so object will move. ऑब्जेक्ट अपने आप तो मूव नहीं होगा ना, उसको ऑब्जेक्ट को मूव होने के लिए उसके ऊपर कोई तो भी फोर्स चाहिए, so that object will move in any case. Now see, suppose we have one stone and this stone is tied to one thread. अपन ने एक स्टोन लिया है और उसको एक थ्रेड बांधा है और उसको अपने हाथ में पकड़ के हम इसको गोल गोल घुमा रहे. Now this stone is, when we are moving this stone with the help of the thread, this stone will move in a circular way. So that motion of an object, we can say that this is the circular motion. Okay, so we are applying the force on that stone with the help of the thread. So when object is going to move in a circular way, there must be some force, and this force is nothing but the centripetal force, the force which is needed to make an object travel in a circular path. ऑब्जेक्ट को सर्कुलर पाथ में मूव करने के लिए उसके ऊपर कुछ तो भी फोर्स चाहिए जो उसके सेंटर से लगेगा. दैट फोर्स इज नथिंग बट द सेंट्रीपेटल फोर्स. Simple example, all planets are revolving around the sun. Moon and artificial planets are revolving around the earth. So why the planets are revolving around the sun? Because sun is applying the force, that is the gravitational force. But that force is from the center of the orbit. So that force is called as the centripetal force. Moon is revolving around the earth. So earth is at the center and moon is revolving in that circular path around the earth. So that force is called as the centripetal force. Okay, artificial satellites are revolving around the earth. That is nothing but the force applied by the earth is the centripetal force. Now see, if the object is moving on the circular way, suppose the object is here and object is released, ये stone है अपने हाथ में और यहाँ से ये छूट गया, so what would be its direction? अगर ये stone thread में से छूट जाता है, so it will go in this direction. Now ये stone यहाँ पे, if this stone is here and it is removed from the thread by moving on a circular path, वो छूट गया, so what would be its direction? It will be like here. The direction of the stone, it's like this. The direction of stone is like this here. Now this is nothing but what this line segment, it is called as the what tangent. So tangent is nothing but the line which touches the circle at one point. जो लाइन सर्कल को एक पॉइंट में टच करती है उसको tangent बोलते हैं. So if we see, this is the radius of the circle and this is the tangent of the circle, and tangent and radius are always perpendicular to each other. So here we have angle 90 degree between them. Okay, so when object is moving in a circular way with uniform circular motion, there must be some force acting on that object which is applied by this center. So that force is nothing but the centripetal force. And when object is moving on the circular way, its direction changes continuously. As its direction changes continuously, we can say its velocity also changes, because velocity needs direction. While explaining velocity, we consider the direction. So here we can say that centripetal force is necessary for make the object to move in a circular way. Is one numerical based on that uniform circular motion. Now theoretical part of the lesson is over, so we will proceed towards the all numericals. So numerical on the last topic. Here we have to take remaining numericals. All numericals are remained that we have to take. Now here a cyclist goes around a circular track once every 2 minutes. If the radius of circular track is 105 meters, calculate the speed. And pi is given 22/7. तो क्या समझ में आया? एक साइकिलिस्ट सर्कुलर ग्राउंड है, उसके ऊपर उसके साइड में राउंड मार रहा है, तो एक राउंड कंप्लीट करने के लिए उसको कितना टाइम लगता है? 2 मिनट्स. सो टाइम इज गिवन इन मिनट्स, वी नीड इट इन सेकेंड. और वो सर्कुलर ट्रैक जो है उसकी अपने को रेडियस दी है 105 मीटर एंड वी आर आस्क्ड टू कैलकुलेट द स्पीड. स्पीड मीन्स वेलोसिटी. नाउ सी टाइम इज गिवन t इज इक्वल टू 2 मिनट्स. 2 मिनट्स मीन्स 120 seconds. Radius is given 105 meter and we are asked to calculate speed. So we have to use the formula of the velocity. Velocity is equal to distance upon time. So as the object is or the cyclist is moving on the circular path, so we have to take the circumference of the circle. So velocity is equal to c by t. C is the circumference of the circle and we know the formula of circumference of circle is 2. It's the 2 pi r upon t. Now see here, velocity is equal to 2 pi r upon t. So 2 pi is given 22 upon 7 and 22 upon 7 is nothing but 3.14. Okay, and r is 105 upon 120. So we will cut this 105 and 120 by the 15. 15 sevens and 15 eights. So here we have 2 into 3.14 into 7 upon 8. Now these 8 will be cut with the 2, 2 ones are 2 fours are. So what do we have? 3.14 into 7 upon 4. So if I multiply this, 3.14 into 7 is 21.98 upon 4. And if we divide, we will get 5.49. Means next to 5.5. So velocity of the cyclist is 5.5 meter per second. Here we have second numerical on that circular motion. An artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius 42,250 km. Calculates its speed if it takes 24 hours to revolve around the earth. So it is from the NCERT book. So here we have artificial satellite moving around the earth, means in a circular orbit. So radius is given 42,250 km. That is the radius of the earth plus the distance of the object from the earth. ये total distance है वो artificial satellite का earth के center से, तो उसको हमने रेडियस लिया है 42,250 किलोमीटर. टाइम दिया है अपने को आवर्स में दिया है 24 आवर्स एंड वी आर आस्क्ड टू कैलकुलेट द वेलोसिटी. So we know velocity is distance upon time. Here distance is circumference. So velocity is 2 pi r upon t. Now we will substitute. So 2 pi की value 3.14, r की value 42,250 upon time is given in hours, that is 24. So we'll cut 24 by 2. So what we get, that remain only 12 at the denominator. 2 will get cut. So 3.14 into 42250 upon 12. So okay, 2 से हमने 24 को डिवाइड किया है. अभी इस 12 से इस नंबर को डिवाइड करते हैं. तो इस नंबर को अगर हम डिवाइड करेंगे तुमको डिवीजन करना पड़ेगा. 3.14 42250 अपॉन 12 विल बिकम 3520. ये बाद में 0 आता है, बाद में यहाँ पे 10 आता है, तो यहाँ पे 0 आता है, बच्चे छोड़ देते. 0.8. ओके, नाउ वी हैव टू जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई. So velocity of artificial satellite is 11,055.4 km per hour. Okay, so here we have calculated the velocity in the watt kilometer per hour, but in question we are also asked to calculate the velocity in kilometer per second. वो आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट एक सेकेंड में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर करेगा, ये तो हमने किलोमीटर पर आर, मतलब एक आर में कितना किलोमीटर कवर करता है ये निकाला है. वी आर आल्सो आस्क्ड टू कैलकुलेट द वेलोसिटी ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट पर सेकेंड. ओके, एक सेकेंड को उसकी वेलोसिटी क्या है, मतलब वो एक सेकेंड में कितना डिस्टेंस कवर करेगा. सो वी नो 1 आवर इज इक्वल टू 3600 सेकेंड. तो जनरली ये पता होता है, लेकिन पता नहीं बच्चे क्यों गलत ले लेते हैं. 1 आवर मतलब सेकंड में 60 ले लेते और गलत हो जाता है. वैसे अपने को पता है 1 आवर इज इक्वल टू 60 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 60 सेकेंड, दैट इज 3600 सेकेंड. सो वी वांट टू जस्ट कन्वर्ट, वी डोंट हैव टू कन्वर्ट द किलोमीटर. डिस्टेंस को कुछ नहीं करना है, सिर्फ जो टाइम लगता है वो आर में दिया है, उसको हमको किस में करना है, वी हैव टू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू सेकेंड्स. So velocity remains same. Velocity, for calculating velocity distance, here we will take this velocity, but as we have to convert it into hour, we will divide it by 3600, because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 60 multiplied by 60. So 11065.4 ये तो अपनी velocity है, लेकिन किलोमीटर पर आवर में, तो उसको सेकेंड में करने के लिए we will just divide the quantity by 3600. तो ये डेसिमल हटाने के लिए नीचे एक 0 दे देंगे. जितना पॉसिबल हो उतना हम डिवीजन करेंगे. फाइनली वी गेट वेलोसिटी इज 3.07 किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड. मीन्स व्हाट, इन 1 सेकेंड दैट आर्टिफिशियल सैटेलाइट विल कवर हाउ मच डिस्टेंस, दैट इज 3.07 किलोमीटर्स.